Now you, I wasn't expecting.
I thought I smelled uneven leather.
Isabella! If it isn't my favorite pirate wench.
Shouldn't you be dead by now?
I could say the same, my dear. It seems we were both fortunate to find powerful friends, no? Tell me, is this one as adventurous as our dear warden?
We could always ask.
Another time, perhaps. I am still in mourning.
You fell for the warden.
How do you do? My name is Zevran Aranai, adventurer and occasional assassin.
I've heard about you. You helped the hero of Ferelden stop the Blight.
At your service, my friend. I must admit, I was waiting for an assault by the Crows, not the mighty champion of Kirkwall.
How do you know I'm the champion?
Slayer of Kunari, Deep Roads explorer, and may I say, one fine specimen of manhood. You underestimate your fame.
How do you two know each other?
How does anyone know Isabella?
Yes, well, you'll never know Isabella again if you keep that up.
I'll assume you're not talking about birds.
Oh, please, do not tell me you know nothing of the Antivan Crows. We are the finest guild of assassins, an object of fear throughout the lands for any man with wealthy enemies. Or I should say they are. I am no longer a crow, a fact they find unacceptable.
There must be more to it than you leaving the guild.
That is offense enough to the Crows, believe me. I may have also killed the last 4 assassins they sent after me, and older men. Oh, and the guildmaster. In fact, if you were a crow, you might make a fortune bringing me in. You should consider a career change. No, really.
I've been hired to find and capture you.
Ah, let me guess. A man named Nuncio has asked you to capture a dangerous killer, yes? What did he say this time? That I killed his wife? Butchered his parents? Sold his children into slavery? Or did he tell you he was a lawman from Antiva, charged with apprehending a ridiculously handsome fugitive?
He didn't mention how handsome.
Ah, so you've noticed. I credit my high cheekbones and pouty lips. Bring me to Nuncio if you wish, but I warn you, he surely intends to kill you. The Crows do not like loose ends, unlike myself. But you are a man who can clearly handle himself, yes? Why worry? So, you can either tie me up, gag me, and then manhandle me. Or you can take me to Nuncio. Which will it be, I wonder?
You're very compliant for a fugitive.
Compliant, yes, and very bendy. But truthfully, I know when I am outmatched. I would rather take my chances against the Crows.
You know him best. What do you think?
I've had better.
I meant about letting him go or not.
Oh, right. I'd let him go.
I like your list of options, but does it have to be in that order?
I knew you couldn't resist my obvious charms. It's the accent, isn't it?
I'm not going to hand you over to someone who lied to me.
Ah, as wise as you are breathtaking. You remind me of a very dear friend. As a suggestion, you might wish to deal with Nuncio. If you don't, he will only come after you. It's been more than a pleasure, my dear champion. Fare you well.
You didn't tell me the assassin you wanted captured was once one of your own.
So Zevran told you, did he? It really doesn't matter. This time, his warden isn't here to protect him. I am thoroughly disappointed. No one fails the Crows and lives.
Ah, poor stupid Nuncio. The Crows do like that saying, but I am living proof it's a lie. Why they insist on thinking they can kill people like you and the Warden, I will never guess.
Why didn't you go when you had the chance?
To see the champion of Kirkwall in action? You couldn't keep me away.
You are nothing but a traitor and a coward, Zevran. You'll die here.
Yes, well, let's see how that works out for you. Excellent. Killing my former brothers in arms is oddly satisfying. I've little reward to offer you, champion, but perhaps this will serve as a token of my thanks. My dear Isabella, it has been a delight to see you again. You travel in fine company.
That's it? You're leaving? What about sex?
The memories are a little too fresh, dear woman. Another time. It is time to move on, as they say. I have a little war to wage back home, and so little time. Perhaps we'll meet again, champion.
Stop trying to talk your way out of this, or I'll have you gagged.
Is that a promise?
None of your tricks. You're coming with me.
Ah, as you wish. Let us see what Nuncio has to say. I'll follow you whenever you're ready to leave, champion. Are you sure you do not wish to tie me up? Not even a little?
Ah, champion, you delivered. Just as I knew you would. It's a pity. The crows could really benefit from having you in their pocket. Alas, orders are orders. No loose ends.
I would say I told you so, but that would be so expected, no?
Boys, let's give the champion that much-deserved reward, shall we?
And we all remain in one piece? Well, it is a good day then. I hope we learned a lesson, yes? You cannot trust a crow, unless he is ridiculously handsome.
I suppose you aren't a murderer at all, then?
Oh, indeed I am. But technically, I imagine everyone here can rightfully claim that title.
When I'm done, they'll have to send Nuncio and his men back to Antiva in a wine cask.
Now that I would pay to see. It is time for me to move on. Unless you'd care to get to know each other better, champion. I warn you, I grew up among whores. My fingers are quite nimble.
I like nimble fingers.
Excellent. A small diversion before I head home to wage my war against the guild. Or perhaps I should say, a large diversion. No need to undersell it, huh? Unless you'd care to get to know each other better, champion.
Is there more to know about you? Seems like it's all right there on the surface.
That depends. How much do you wish to test that luck of yours?
I think we've heard enough from you.
Oh, I see. Fair enough, then. Tell me, is this one as adventurous as our dear warden?
We could always ask.
Ah, I do love an audience. But perhaps there are other matters to attend to first?
Prude. That's it? You're leaving? What about sex?
Still blunt as a dwarven hammer, huh? Well, why not?
I hope you haven't forgotten about me.
What? You can come too.
Indeed. The more the merrier.
Let's find someplace quieter. I don't want you to do this.
Fine. But there better be sex to make up for it later. What about sex?
Ah, Isabella, I did so miss you.
That's because you have piss-poor aim. Thankfully, you have other uses.
That girl has curious standards.
Are we sure he was part of a guild of assassins?
I think I just threw up a little in my mouth. Ew.
Why does it seem like a bad idea to put these two together?
Ha!